What is going on, everybody? It's your boy John, and welcome back to Gearbox. So today we have another install video. Yes, I know it has been a little bit of some time, not doing any installs lately, but here we are. So I'm gonna go downstairs and show you what we got today. Two things though. First one, and most importantly, is going to be the SubiSpeed Foglight bezels for the lower portion of the front bumper of the car. Super pumped on that. I really don't like the OEM ones. They're just kind of plain. The plastic on them is shitty, and it's kind of like dulling out in color. So wanted to go ahead and update those. Then have an LED daytime running light, and then it acts as a turn signal as well. And then we are also installing one headlight. Now, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but basically one day at work, some guy came in and was like, one of the guys I work with came in and he was like, "It's so stupid, the whole Blake Griffin jumping over a car in a dunk contest." He's like, "That's so easy, blah, blah, blah," which is so stupid, right? I mean, he's a world-class athlete. Jumping over a car is not easy, but Jerry thought he could do it. So throughout the day, he keeps mentioning it, and he's like, "Let's jump over John's car." And I'm like, hell no. No. Okay, not only is that a horrible idea just from like anyone with a car, but if you're a car guy, you love your car more than a lot of things, and there's a lot of potential for shit to get broken and all of this stuff. So as the day went on, I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Instead of jumping over my car, which was never going to happen, I'm going to pull my car out, and we're going to mock up the same height and width of my car, or at least at the hood level, for Jerry to jump over. The entire time he kept saying, "John, can I please jump over your car?" I'm like, no. Kept asking, no. I probably told him no 30 times. Even when we were out there and we had everything mocked up, he kept asking, and I said no. Well, the difference there is after I said no and we set everything up, he started running toward the mock-up, veered, went to jump over the car, kicked my headlight and put spider cracks all through it. Tried to buff it out. I didn't know if they were spider cracks or just a scuff or whatever. But he kicked my headlight, and I was so pissed off, I almost hit him. And then he bought me a headlight like 6 months later now, because it now started to fog up and it was becoming an issue. So while we have the bumper off with the turn signal bezels, gonna go ahead and put that new headlight in. So first off, we're gonna go ahead and take the bumper off, and then we will go from there. So I will get back to you soon. Alright guys, so got the bumper off here, not too bad, just a couple 10mm bolts and a couple of interior clip thingamajigs that are right here and right here. I believe there are maybe 6 interior clips on top, 6 10mm on top, and then I think it's just maybe 5 or 6 underneath, not too bad. So really what we're going to be looking at here today is going to be disconnecting this, taking out this housing, replacing it with the new one, and then I still need to figure out how to wire it with the DRL and the sequential turn signal. I will be sure to document that, but for the time being, I am going to go ahead, take out this housing, and then kind of go from there. If I run into anything doing that, I will let you know, but I will be back soon. Alright guys, just wanted to point something out here as it relates to removing this piece that is very ugly. I might go ahead and add. As you go down here, and I know this is upside down, but there are going to be these little push tab things, hopefully you can see that you are going to have to push out and kind of do it simultaneously. It is a little bit difficult to get them all to line up and be pushed out at the same time, but not bad. We do have the harness disconnected, and then I have the nuts pushed out here, so I believe this light will just kind of remove, and then we'll be able to put in the new housing. Just want to give you all an update on that. Not terribly difficult. I figured it out in like 2 seconds. but it is a little, you kind of open it and you're like, all right, where do I go next? So figured I'd let you guys know, but definitely not too hard. So I'm gonna go ahead, get the light out, and then once we start installing the new ones, I will film that and let you know of any, tricks up my sleeve or anything like that. So I will get back to y'all soon. All right, guys, been a little bit since last checked in here. Got a little wardrobe change because it's a little too damn hot out here. But as you can see, we do have the new headlight in. Not all the way, just one bolt there. Just wanted to make sure everything was good. But one thing I am having trouble with is this wiring for the DRL harness. I did go ahead and, actually, let me show you guys. Added a fuse in here. Come on now. There we go. So, this is the fuse right there that you will need to add. It does come, it does come with 2 prongs. You do have to cut the bottom one off. I forgot to show you guys, so if you do have questions, go to SubiSpeed's YouTube channel, type that in. Pretty simple, just get a pair of scissors, cut it off, good to go. Now the one thing I am figuring, or having trouble figuring out here is, so we have the fuse, we have the negative wire to the negative terminal, and then for every side, we have 1, 2, and 3 right here. And then I guess we have 3 more on the other side, and then we have this, I didn't even know this came with that. I think this is kind of funny. We have a power button, which I'm not sure where exactly I'm going to put that. And I guess critically thinking through the 3 plugs for each DRL, I would assume the 2 on the end is like the headlight, where if you plug it in, it's just a blinking turn signal. If you keep them separate, they're going to do the sequential. So let me go ahead and wire that up, finish up the headlight install. I'll wire it up, and then I'm obviously going to test the lighting before you put it back on. I made that mistake one too many times, and it fucking sucks. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll get back with y'all once I have it wired up and figure out where I'm going to route the wiring. There is a lot of excess wire, which is a good thing, but also kind of a pain when you're trying to, not have wires everywhere in your engine bay. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to y'all in probably like 10 minutes or so. All right, guys, we are going first start up here. I have the hazards on. Hopefully I got it right. I think I figured it out. The previous clip I said that if the 2 are connected, it will do the blinking, and if they're not, it will be sequential. I'm not sure what the other clip is for. Maybe a fog light would be my guess, but I believe now the power switch buttons I showed you are for the sequential turn signals. So without further ado, let's go ahead out here, check it out. So, as you can see, we have the headlight, and I don't know how well y'all can see that, but we do have the turn signal bezel as well. I am going to show you, just by flipping this, how you do have the switch between the 2, obviously matching the headlight there, so pretty pumped on that. Really not too hard. So this is the wire. Actually, let me shut off the car so y'all can actually hear me talk, and so I don't get freaking smoked out by the exhaust. All right. Anyway, so here we go. So you have this black connector right here, goes directly to the fog light bezels. It said, SubiSpeed said to fish this through this hole. I went ahead down low just to reduce the wires a little bit. So you have it here. So you go from the fuse, your negative wire, go all the way down here. Then you go to your 4 wires here. So as you can see, this is a female connector here, and then I believe that's a male. Then it comes off into the power switch, goes over here. Same thing, going from the headlight to this connector, and then the black connector up to the bezel and the power switch. So what I'm going to do to route the wiring, I'm pretty much going to tuck everything right around here. There's a good amount of dead space there, so might as well use it. Obviously, I do have to put the headlight and everything back too. But let me go ahead and do that. I'll show you the final product and I'll get back to y'all in a wee bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that is going to do it for another episode of Gearbox. I hope you enjoyed the episode. To be honest, it did take a little bit longer than I originally anticipated. Obviously, it wasn't just the bezels, it was also the headlights. So trying to get everything to wire properly and all of that sort of stuff. But either way, as you can see in that last clip, the car looks phenomenal. Really does add a better look to the front of the car. Some of that plastic in the beginning looks fine, but after owning it for over a year at this point, it's starting to fade a little bit. I know there are some products that can kind of bring it back to life, but why not give yourself an excuse to buy new car parts? So here we are. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a big thumbs up here. If you do have any questions on the SubiSpeed turn signal bezel install, please feel free to drop a comment down below. Hit the post notifications so you can see every time I upload to Gearbox. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today. Peace.